Hi everyone, so happy end of the month, or beginning of the month I think, depending on when this video actually goes up. I hope you're all well. Today I have my February favourites for you, and fun fact, small bit of trivia, my February favourites, which I really do struggle to say if you hadn't noticed, was actually the first video I put up on my channel. So I think we've been through about 3 or 4 of them now. It's been a while. I think I've been on YouTube now for around 3 years, so long time. So I have a few beauty bits, some skincare as well, but I will start off with tools, and my first favourite are these makeup brushes from Zoeva. These are the rose gold set, and you get 6 in a set. They come in a little pouch, and are they not just the most gorgeous brushes you've ever seen? I've wanted these for such a long time, and I was so happy when I finally got them. I had tried a few brushes from Zoeva before and really like them. I think they're really great quality considering most of them are under £10, or I think pretty much all of them are, so they're a really good budget brand for brushes. These are my favourites from the set though. So I have the 102 Silk Finish brush, which is just a rounded kind of flat top foundation brush, quite similar to the Real Techniques buffing brush, and I really like this. It does apply foundation really nicely. It gets a nice even layer, and it's quite a thin application too, which I prefer because I like to kind of build up thinner layers instead of going on with loads of foundation all at once. And then I have the 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek Brush, and I already have this one and I've talked about it quite a bit. You've probably seen it in a lot of tutorials, and it's just such a lovely soft blusher brush, and I do prefer a slightly more natural bristle when it comes to applying blush, just because I find you get more product and you don't have to spend ages building it up. And I'm definitely a blush girl at heart. I love a nice bold bit of blush, so that's a really brilliant one, and I love that it's angled as well because you get a really nice shape across the cheek. The eye brushes are really brilliant quality as well. They really compare to the likes of MAC and Sigma and the higher end brush brands. So I have the 227 here, which is basically a dupe for the MAC 266, a really nice fluffy blending brush. And then this one has actually turned out to be one of my absolute favourites. It's the 231 Luxe Petite Crease Brush, and just as the name suggests, it is a really brilliant one for putting in colour in the crease and just defining the arch a little bit. So I've really been enjoying this. I like to put a kind of more matte brown colour, something nice and kind of defining on this, just to make my eyes look a little bit bigger, so that's been a favourite. So onto makeup, and if you're one of the eagle-eyed viewers out there that always checks the description box to see what makeup I'm wearing in each of my videos, you probably would have seen this come up quite a few times. This is Benefit's Roller Lash, and it's their newest launch, their brand new mascara that they've just brought out. And a mascara launch from Benefit is quite a rare thing. I think they only have 2 so far. They have Bad Girl, which was their one signature mascara for years and years, and then they brought out their Real, and then this is the 3rd one, and I have to say I really like it. It's got quite a short, spiky, plasticky bristle wand, but it's also curved, so it really fits the shape of the eye perfectly. You can just sort of hold it up and it sits there really nicely, so it coats every single little lash you have on your eye. The formula is really impressive too. It's very thickening and volumizing, and I tend to find with volumizing mascaras they most of the time just clump my lashes up, but this one really separates them too, so you can see every little individual lash, but it's also really thickened and just a lot fuller looking. So this is the only mascara I've really been wearing all month, or halfway through January as well. I've just been really enjoying it, so definite thumbs up for Benefit Roller Lash. And then another product that I think has just been recently launched for spring are these new colours of the Barry M Jelly High Shine Lips, and both of these shades I really love. This one in particular, which is called... Okay, it looks like the names aren't actually on here. I think Barry M put them on the labels, so then when you peel the plastic off they just disappear, which isn't particularly helpful, but I will write them down below or over here somewhere. But this peachy pink shade has just been an absolute lipstick staple for me. This is the only thing I've really been wearing on a daily basis, and I'm just throwing it in my handbag just to have with me and put on really quickly throughout the day. And it's such a nice colour. It's a really kind of bright spring peachy pink, but the formula makes it quite sheer and quite pretty, so it's almost like a glossy stain lipstick. The texture of these two I love. They're so creamy and balmy. They're not, drying at all. They don't feel like a really sticky gloss, but they just hydrate your lips so nicely, and they really do last. And they also have a bit of a stain to them too, so the colour is really long lasting as well. The second one is a slightly more nudie, kind of Kylie Jenner, although I hate to say that, esque type lipstick. So it gives you that nice kind of 90s pout, which I've kind of been trying out a little bit recently. I'm not sure if it really suits me, but I do like the way it looks. So these two have been favourites for me at the moment. And then I also have another 2 products from Barry M. These are their new Quick Dry Speedy nail paints, and these are a new line of nail varnishes they've brought out recently, and they're supposed to be ultra quick drying. You can paint your nails and then just go, and they all have kind of very comical racing kind of car-esque names. So this one is Eat My Dust, which is a blue colour, which I'm actually wearing today, and then Pit Stops, they're all a little bit like that. The colours they brought out so far are all quite pastel-y shades, and I do love a good pastel, so these two I've really just been wearing non-stop on my nails recently. This one in particular, Pit Stop, which is kind of like a taupey greyish purpley lavender colour, is really lovely. I've actually done repeat manicures with this, so I put it on, taken it off once it's chipped, and then put it on again because I just love it so much. The one thing about these is they do chip quite badly. Because they are so quick drying, I find the more quick drying something claims to be, the easier it tends to chip because it's quite a brittle kind of formula. It doesn't really bother me too much though, because I am the sort of person that gets bored after a couple of days of the same colour, so I like to change my nail varnish quite often, so these two I really like. So last makeup favourite is one that I've probably featured in quite a few favourites videos in the past, so I kind of go through phases of using it and then I try something else and then I go back to it, but it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Brow Mousse, and I'm really a big fan of brow mousses. I think they work really nicely at defining a nice bold strong brow, and that's definitely the look I've been going in for at the moment. The consistency of this is a really nice one, and I think it's a better alternative to the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, which I know a lot of people absolutely love and swear by, and I do have it and I use it occasionally, but this one has a slightly drier consistency and I find it's just a bit easier to work with. The Anastasia one has kind of more of a creamy texture and it's a little bit harder to work with, so I think I actually prefer this one, and I've been using it loads this month. So last up I have a few new skincare favourites, and I feel as if I'm always searching for a dupe or, you know, something that's an alternative to Bioderma's Micellar water, and I do love Bioderma. I buy it all the time, I still use it. I actually have two unopened massive bottles sitting on my windowsill right now that I bought in Paris. I do like to try out other Micellar waters though, especially ones that are a little bit easier to get hold of that you can just pick up in Boots, and especially if they are more budget options too. So I have one that I've been trying recently that I do actually really like, and it's the Nivea Sensitive 3-in-1 Micellar Cleansing Water. I think when it comes to micellar waters, they all tend to be quite similar. There aren't really any that have completely let me down, apart from maybe the L'Oreal one that really stung my eyes for some reason, but I like quite a few of them. I like the Garnier one, Boots have a good one, and then also the Nivea one, but I found this one just takes my eye makeup slightly better, and I'm not sure if it's maybe I'm wearing a different mascara, a different eyeliner, but it really takes everything off really quickly and really gently as well, which I love. I just use this in the same way I use any other micellar water. I just put it on 2 cotton wool pads, hold them over my eyes for about 10 seconds, wipe that off, and then take the rest over my face to get rid of the bulk of my foundation. And this just is really quick and simple and easy at taking makeup off, so I really like it. I think it's a really good budget alternative if you can't get hold of Bioderma. I don't have particularly sensitive skin, so I'm not sure how well it lives up to the claim of being good for those that do have it, but I've really been enjoying using it. It's the only makeup remover that I've been reaching for this month. So the last favourite is a new moisturiser that I've really been into recently. Surprise, surprise, it's from Kiehls. I just love their skincare products. I think they're amazing. This is the Skin Rescuer Stress Minimising Daily Hydrator, and I bought it specifically to use in the mornings before I put my makeup on. I had been using the Kiehls Ultra Facial Cream before this in the mornings, but I just wanted something a bit lighter and that was going to let my skin breathe, and I actually had a sample of this quite a while back when I bought a few other bits from Kiehls, and I remember really liking it. Now I don't often suffer from a lot of breakouts. Usually if I do, it's related to chocolate and cheese consumption, but sometimes when I get overly stressed or, you know, a bit panicky, my skin does feel a little bit dehydrated and it just kind of shows. It looks a bit tired and fatigued and not so brilliant, so I've been using this a lot because my skin has been a little bit on the stressed looking side, and I found it really has helped. It's supposed to be quite brightening and to help get rid of redness and, you know, the fine lines, anything that makes your skin look a little bit down in the dumps. I really love that it has a pump. I think all skincare products should have to come with pumps because it's just so much more hygienic and you can really get out just the amount that you want instead of scooping the fingers into a pot. So I've been using this one pretty much every single day since I got it for my daily moisturiser, and I think it just works really well for that. So that is it for my February monthly favourites. I actually managed to say it properly that time. As always, let me know what your favourite products were. I really enjoy reading all your comments about what you've been using throughout the month. I find it really interesting, and I've probably added quite a few things to my shopping list throughout the last couple of months. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all soon. Bye!